at me like.
Did y'all fucking miss us? Hey girls, it's Malik. You're listening to him. And we're back. I got my team with me as always. I have to start saying something new. But what's up? Hey Erin.
What up with it, y'all?
Hey Trey.
Hi.
And this bitch been putting in her motherfucking Wi-Fi password for 8 years.
Bitch, and I'm gonna keep putting it in too. Uh-huh.
Hey Stevie.
What's good, y'all? What's up?
What's up? So we've been off. We've been on a break for a good 2 weeks. I hope the girls caught up on all of our episodes 1 through 37, because we came back with some new things, some new teas, some new topics. But before we get started, I just want to go around and see what the girls have been up to. Erin, tell me something nice. Please.
I, as usual, have not been up to much. Well, I mean, you know, my summer class ended, so I've just been chilling. It's nice to not have to go anywhere or do anything. So I have been in my apartment, living life like it's golden, like Jill Scott told me to, you know, and that's it.
I'm sorry. Can you do a reveal? Because you've had your hat on. We haven't seen you since you got your new
Oh my God. No, because my hair is starting to grow out now.
Can I just give it to the girl?
Wait, no, I need
she
that
giving.
American Next Top Model reveal.
Mama
Okay.
took her wig off, and now she's here.
I cut my hair.
Aw.
Yes, if you didn't already get into the Instagram and things.
It was time. You know, I think I took it out of the braids, and then I did a wash day, and people with long hair knows how long wash days take. So after like a 2-hour shower, I was like, you know, and then I got out of the shower, looked in the mirror, and I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And I went to my barber, and I was like, yeah, we're cutting it off. He was like, what? I said, we're cutting it off. Like
Period.
I had to convince him because he didn't want to do it. But I feel lighter. I mean, literally. And yeah, so this is like a new chapter. I mean, I might grow it back. It's hair.
Yeah.
But for now, you know, we're gonna keep it low. So
Yeah. This is the Erin that I remember, and this is how I first met you.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see, you know, like that. And it's no shade. You look good with anything, but
Come on out. Come on out.
that's your tea.
Thank you.
Very clean cut. I love it. What's good, Trey? Hey.
Hi.
Long time no see.
I feel like it. But no, I ain't been doing nothing. Living my best life, my stressful life, doing things that adults do, you know, just living.
How did your date go the other day?
Girl, which one?
Tell me
come
one,
on
tell
out.
me 3, tell me 5. What's going
Come
on?
on out, Misty.
I won't be saying too much because I don't trust you hoes. But I mean, I'm trying. Like, I feel like the New York scene ain't looking for me, but the 215 is though.
Okay.
Philly is always.
Shout out.
But
That's Philly.
like we talked about earlier, you guys was talking about how y'all wasn't dating nobody under 25.
Well, I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
Bitch, I said
That's the
it.
joke.
Stevie said it.
Stevie said
I
it.
sure the fuck
and
did.
Stevie, aren't you 27?
I am 27.
So you
I'm not
dating
dating
2
anyone
years?
under 25. I said what I
Okay,
said.
sis. But I was just thinking, like, nobody's trying to date anybody under 25. Then who the fuck am I going to date in the city?
Slightly. I don't know.
So obviously I'm going to where I know
No shade.
and running in my playground.
Come on.
So
Come on out with the playground.
I'm doing well. I'm having fun. I ain't got no man, so I'm just dating. It's fun.
That's cute. Okay.
Chill.
What's good? Tell me.
Oh God. Dramatic.
Yeah.
No, well, I've been up to nothing. I just been playing with my nephew. I'm getting into a lot of Netflix shows. Still journaling, still listening to music. Really trying to keep my my mental at a balance.
Yeah.
I'm slightly dating too.
Oh.
Slightly, if these niggas could get it together. But yeah, nothing really much. Same old with me.
How are you enjoying Orange is the New Black?
Orange is the New Black is everything. I'm so mad. I'm so late catching up with the girls and I'm scared to tweet that I'm like not as far as the girls because I know they're like, bitch, you late. Why you not? Bitch, I ain't had Netflix, girls, no shade. But it's cute. I'm caught up. I'm on like season 4. I'm feeling real. Yeah, I love the show. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I think season 4 and 5 are like the best seasons to me.
I'm feeling it. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I've been that show's good.
I haven't been up too much. As Erin said, I too just finished summer school. And this summer has been fun, but also I've dedicated a lot of time to school. And it's been kind of hellish a little bit, but I got through it. And I'm really happy that that's over. I get a week break. And then the fall semester starts. So I'm really going to take this time to kind of like de-stress and enjoy the little bit of free time that I have to myself. This past week, my boyfriend has been in Spain and he finally came back today. So I'm a little happy. And I hope to spend time with him today. But other than that, everything has been quiet. And I guess in New York, that's kind of a good thing, so I won't complain. Mm-hmm. There are always things going on in the background. So, yeah, that's what it is. I'm glad to be back with y'all. I do love to record, and we've been away for a while. So I'm just really glad to get back and see the girls and talk with the girls because we usually have a good time when we record.
Yes, ma'am.
So, yeah, that's that. As always, we have to start with the breakdown,
The breakdown.
Get it started, get it percolating before we get into the into the good things.
Mm-hmm.
So my question today, this would be a good one.
Come on out.
Even though I have multiple things. Is there any moment in your life that you wish you could do over? I have like 9 or 10.
25, but
right.
I'll stick on the one that's cute.
Yeah. Okay. You gonna start us off, Stevie?
Oh, sure. Why not? I think honestly, the biggest moment that I wish I would have done over in my life is me coming out to my mom. My situation was I was kind of pressured by another family member to express who I was, and like she forced like the Bible and everything on me, and it came out as of. When I came out to my mom, it was more for rageful, but I wasn't supposed to come out to her that way. I was supposed to come out to the person in my family who did it to me. Mm-hmm. I should have been very much more open with my mom, like, especially because she was like my mom. You understand? Like, it's a big thing when you coming out and you have some things that you're going through. That's the person that you should run to. You shouldn't be afraid to tell your mom anything. And she definitely tells me all the time, like, I am so upset that you did not bring that to me and you brought it to who you brought it to. I'm your mom. Like, and even her growing up, she was around a lot of gay people, and I didn't know, but in my mind, I'm just fearful of everything. Like, if I tell my mother this, is it going to be like oh my God, I don't want you to do this? But I should have understood, like, me and my mother never had that type of relationship. It was always good. So I don't understand why that little thing, well, I'll say little thing. That little thing scared me to tell her. I should have just been like, Ma, this is what's going on.
That's a big thing,
yeah, a big thing. But as comfortable as me and my mom and our bond is, I shouldn't have been afraid to tell her. So that is definitely one of the biggest things I should be able to do over.
That's pretty good. Hey.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a moment. So like for me, there's nothing that I would retry. Because I've always used every moment as a lesson. I even have it tattooed on my wrist, never a failure, always a lesson. And that's something I've constantly will live by. I think that every moment kind of shapes you. So for me, redoing something would change an important aspect of who I am. And so for me, there's no moment, even though the hardest moments I can think of, I wouldn't want to change just because I feel like I like who I am right now. And so it's kind of, you change something could change within you. So yeah, I wouldn't change a damn thing.
Okay.
Okay, girl. Set in stone.
Boom.
I'm ready to hear this answer, Erin. What's good? You sound like you over there conjuring and whatnot.
Stirring it up.
I would not have joined the military if I could go back.
Oh, shit.
I think about it a
thought
lot.
about
Just like I remember the day I walked into the enlistment office, and you know how they be in high schools and malls trying to like, you know, whatever. But I'd actually thought about it and researched it beforehand, and I already decided I knew I wanted to do it. So when I walked in, you know, the guy was like, "Welcome." But he was in full like cell mode, and I was like, and I literally was like, "Stop! You're not gonna do any of that. I'm already on the board. Like, well, just what have I got to do?" And he was surprised, but like pleased, and you know, and I remember being so sure that was what I wanted to do, and everyone around me was shocked. And I didn't tell anybody until after I sworn in, because I didn't want anybody to try to talk me out of it. Like I was so sure, and it's like there are things that I've seen, you know, and experienced in the military that I wish I hadn't. And, you know, I always say overall that it was, you know, it was a good experience. I wouldn't be the man I am, you know what I'm saying, without those experiences. But that kind of goes in both directions, in the positive and the negative. And honestly, the cons outweigh the pros. And if I could go back to that day that I walked in, I would have turned on my heel and walked back out. That said, who I am now, to piggyback off what Trey said, you know, it's all those things have shaped me. So, and I'm not 100% like cool with who I am now, but you know, we're working on it. So, and I'm grateful, you know, that I'm still here and that, you know, what have you. So, but yeah, that's what I would do. I would go back to that day and be like, nigga,
What you doing?
Future me would go back and be like, turn your dumb ass around.
I feel like the military is very cultish
Yeah.
in a sense.
Yeah.
Especially the way that they try to recruit you. But they also get money. It's like an incentive off of them recruiting you. Yeah. So I kind of understand. But I don't know. I'm happy to see you out of it because it's like you're really like learning who you are and, you know, finding your way. And it's nice to see you not attached to something that you have to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah. My answer is about to ruffle a few of the girls' feathers.
Oh, come on out. You know, the rough the fucking feathers, girl.
So a lot of people, well, I don't know if a lot of people know or don't know, but I attended Morehouse from 2007, 2009.
Okay.
And I would not, that's something that I would do over again. I would not go to Morehouse. I don't know how the school culture is now. But when I went, it was a lot of like, it was a very like homophobic atmosphere. And although I think like living in Atlanta, outside of like Morehouse, living in Atlanta is very liberating because that was like the first time that I was around like out gay people and was just like away from home, away from Virginia, away from my parents. So I was able to like really like find myself and just no shade, just be gay, you know? So that was beautiful in itself, but the actual institution and like the people, the school, the culture, it's just very like Baptist. Like I'm not really into church. So you have that. And then you just have people kind of like really trying to make you into something that you're not, you know? And like I said, I don't know what the school culture is now and what it looks like or what the student body looks like. But I remember it being like a lot of drama surrounding like people who like, you know, trans people that would go to attend the school and just me, like, you know, I'm one of the girls and just like that was a time when I was like wearing makeup and wearing like girls clothes and that's how I would pump to school, you know, or pump to class. And it was just like, you know, you can't do that, you know, type thing going on. And it was just like it was really oppressive. And it was just like a time where that's not something that I needed. So when I came home, it was a lot of things that I had to undo, you know. And to this day, I'm still kind of like working through it. But yeah, I went through like a lot of stuff. And I remember like a lot of people don't know, but like when you go to a HBCU and like you're in the band, it's just like everything that you do in college at a HBCU, you pledge. So it was just like a lot of hazing going on. I remember like when I crossed, I was like paddled and it was just like everything that you You See Me Today, I'm so not into, you know, and I just like I said, it was like a great experience to live in Atlanta, but outside of that, going to school sucked. But if you ask me, as far as education, definitely go to Morehouse. It's a great institution, but like if you're gay or queer, that's probably not the best space for you. I definitely like applaud anybody who's able to like infiltrate that space and like work it as you please and like get out of it, you know, whatever you want out of it, take from it. But like, if you're just like a regular girl, I wouldn't advise you to go there. But yeah, like it's been, as everybody said, I think our mistakes or things that we wish we could do over are things that really make us and teach us. It shapes us into who we are today, like perseverance and just also patience, you know, and making it through a situation. So yeah, that's what's good. What are the girls watching outside of Orange is the New Black? I know, you know, Insecure is back on.
Chill.
Cheer.
Do you watch Insecure?
No, I'm currently rewatching Daredevil on Netflix.
Aw.
Because
Okay.
season 3 is supposed to be coming out later this year, and I'm really excited for that.
I enjoyed that show, actually.
Yeah, I did too. It's one of the only comic book shows that I actually enjoyed, and so I'm rewatching that. I want to watch Insecure. I just got to start from the beginning because I've never actually watched
That's
it.
how I was.
Oh, yes,
So,
bitch. Let me just tell you, the first episode was really good.
That sex scene that opened.
Let me
Oh my
tell you.
God.
I love Daniel, the character Daniel. He could have came in my face. I wouldn't have yelled at
Come
like
on
Issa
now.
did. It may have been like other things afterwards.
Okay.
But
Come on, follow
that
through.
sex scene, like she was whipping like you
Yeah.
supposed to follow through. You supposed
No
to finish
shade.
to the end.
Okay.
But that sex scene was in the beginning. It was just, it was up there with one of them Insecure sex scenes. Because I have the Lawrence sex scene with Tasha when he was breaking that back in, and then you got Daniel. There's a long
Come on
list
out.
of sex scenes that I thoroughly enjoy. You know what show I've actually been watching that I really, really encourage a lot of people to watch? Love Is.
Woo, I was waiting
yeah,
for you to
I've
say
heard
that. I
That has
love
been
that show.
a show that I've been. I'm a huge fan of Mara and Celine Brooke Akil. And their hustle, their love story, just everything about them I'm in love with.
I was one.
And that's based on a true story, right?
It's based is she says it's like 70% truth and
Girl, I feel like
90%
everything in that show
emotion.
is real tea,
But
bitch.
the show is so good. I think it allows me to kind of reassess certain things, right? I identify so much with the character Nori.
Yeah.
She works so hard and she really wants certain things, and then she finds somebody that isn't really
Isn't her tea.
isn't really
all.
your necessarily like this didn't fit in the checklist that I had, but you automatically know like this is the person that I feel like I can spend the rest of my life with.
Yeah.
So the show is really good. Now there is some problematic shit that do go on.
Oh, yeah.
And some shit that I be having to curse the characters
Yeah.
out through.
Y'all doing too much.
But I really encourage a lot of people to watch it. It's on Tuesdays at 10. All I know that's one show that I actually watch live. Every episode so far has been phenomenal.
Really
It
good.
does start off a little slow, but once you get to episode 3,
3 is when it
Okay.
starts deep diving, bitch. You gonna be
3, you gonna be
Oh,
like, bitch, where's the
bitch.
rest of these
like,
episodes?
Oh my God.
So that's
it's
how
really
I
good.
was when I saw 3. I was like, I can't wait for 4. Like somebody leak these episodes.
Come on
But yeah,
out.
I'm waiting for that. I love that show. I'm waiting for Game of Thrones. Like I'm waiting for everything, and then my reality shows.
I ain't
Yeah.
got in that.
So
What's you watching
Stevie,
anything?
bitch,
I don't watch. No. I watch Love Is. And I watch when I'm just watching Orange Is the New Black. I don't really watch anything else. No reality.
bitch, you watching a reality show now, ho.
Which reality? Oh well, I mean the Love and Hip Hop girl. That's it.
Yeah.
And then the Braxton's the back. Ooh, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my new favorite shows, and it's so weird because when I was in Virginia, I was getting into it, and Shayla put me on, or she was talking about it on Instagram or Twitter.
My baby.
Yeah. First of all, let me do a small shout out.
Oh God, girl.
No, because this girl,
We live for her.
I
First of
did it
all,
for her though.
she is the fuck hilarious. One,
she is.
two,
She's
she
got
is
her. She-
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
It's
thing.
annoying.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'll say
why
that.
the fuck are you walking around looking like this?
Come on out.
She actually
Yeah, she
tried a recommendation. We were on. Me and Stevie did a little Instagram live
The Kiki
last
session.
week,
Come on out.
and I recommended some wine, and she Instagrammed it
peeped that.
the other day.
Yeah.
But and she also was talking about how her sister was making collard greens or something on Twitter the other day. And I just like
Benji.
literally, she was like, "It's too early to be making collard greens."
It's
Benji.
never too early to be making.
I hate the smell of collard greens though. Like I
But
love to
it's
eat
so
them.
good to eat.
I know,
They go
but
with
I
that
hate
smell
the smell.
sometimes,
It's
yeah.
fierce in the house. But no, a new show that I'm really, really into is called Queen of the South. It comes on USA, and it's about basically it's about a girl. She comes to power like she's the leader of a drug cartel, and it's really dope. And another show that I've been watching or I've gotten into recently is Westworld.
Oh, yeah.
I've
I've
heard
seen people talking about
some
that.
great things about it,
it's
and I really love it. Like someone who's I'm really into like sci-fi
Wait,
novels and stuff.
This is a Netflix show too?
No, it's on HBO.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Westworld is on HBO and
Okay.
Queen of the South is on USA.
Okay.
And I've also, this is so weird. I mean, random, but if you have Paramount, you need to watch the Trayvon story. It's like a 6-part document.
It was on. I think it was also on BET.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, is it on?
It was.
That's what
It
it was.
was.
Watch
It was doing a simul because I think they're owned by the same company. So
Oh.
they were the parent company. They were premiering it on Paramount, but also on BET.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely check that out. Though.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And the Trayvon Martin thing, it's really, it didn't happen, or I can't even get out. It just happened a few years ago, and it's still fresh. But to go back and like actually see what really happened, because I was, a little younger than I am now, and it's just, things are a little fuzzy. But to kind of like relive it is like crazy.
That was.
Check 'em out.
I remember that day vividly because I remember watching the trial. Like, if you don't know, I think I'm really into the news and all that stuff. So when the trial was being recorded and stuff and shown on TV, I watched it every single day, followed it like I was a lawyer in the courtroom. Like I was prosecuting him.
No shade.
Like I was ready. And I remember I was away in, I want to say Maryland when the verdict came down, and I was completely heartbroken. I remember I was like, I'm not leaving the hotel. Like, I'm not going nowhere where I got to see a white person.
No shade.
So I remember that vividly, and I have to rewatch. It's going to be a little triggering for me, but I'm going to definitely rewatch and watch.
Yeah, it is. It's very triggering, and most of the time I like cry just because I still can't believe just the verdict and everything that led up to the trial and whatnot. But yeah, it's great shows out. I'm really not a TV person, but I've become a TV person. And mind you, I had said that I was not gonna watch TV over the summer, and then I just
Girl, that was a lie.
That was the fool. But anywho, I needed a release. And small things. So for September, I will be reading a short story every day for the month of September.
Come on out.
I will be posting it on the Him page and my page as well. I'm going to try to pick stories or choose stories that are accessible via the internet.
Come on out.
I'm going to try my hardest to do that. So make sure you check out my Twitter as well as the Him Twitter page for the short stories. And this is something that I'm going to do for the month of September. So
Come on out.
I hope the girls enjoy. And another thing, if I recommend wine, books, anything to you, don't come back and tell me you didn't like it. Keep that to your motherfucking
Yeah,
self.
we recommend it for you to tell us if you do like it. It's a good choice,
I'm
girl.
from the South. When somebody give you something, you say thank you and keep it pushing. Like I had recommended, so I was just a side note, but someone, I was like, oh, I wish I had more friends that read. And then someone hit me up the other day and then was like, oh, well, can you recommend some things to me? I sent them one link. That person hit me up today and was like, oh yeah, I really don't like that person's work, but it was okay. And I was just like,
Well, girl, you could have kept that to yourself. No shade.
that, but also like I go to school and we're taught to like not we don't judge the author. We judge the author's work. So I'm not really, she was like, oh, well, she's elitist and this and that. And I'm like, well, girl, if the person isn't racist, that's all I'm really cared about. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, if I recommend something to you, if you don't like it, keep it to yourself. That's it. But yeah, so.
Wait, hold on.
What's that?
Bitch, that was a lot.
Yeah, I was just like, well, girl, I had recommended something the first time, and then he was like, oh, well, I don't really like his work, and I said, oh, okay, and then I was like, oh, well, here's something different, and then he
so it was
a
returning customer,
basically, and I was like,
girl,
no shade, and I think he may listen to the podcast, so baby, I love you, it's no tea, but
bitch,
girl,
don't ask me for shit no more else,
no shade,
Never.
and I told him that, but I put a LOL behind it.
Bitch, that's what
it was shade.
Okay, so I gotta say that Malik's, I've learned Malik's tells when texting. When he really doesn't give a fuck, he puts an LOL, and it's a big LOL too.
Oh no, bitch, he don't send that to me. Them LOLs he said to me be different, girl. No shade.
No, well, bitch, when it's me, I begin LOL.
No.
When it be like,
well,
okay, bitch.
No,
like,
I
cool.
don't send any shady. I'm not shady via text.
Bitch,
No,
I be
ma'am.
here's
No,
it.
ma'am.
Okay.
ma'am.
Are you sure? Okay, sis.
Shady. No, ma'am.
We'll say that for another episode.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Don't go somewhere.
Oh my god.
We'll be right back.
Hey babies, it's Erin and you're listening to him. Make sure to follow us all on Twitter because we love having followers and we're just as foolish there as we are here. Malik is Cosmic Cocaine _ Me, I'm Life Through Glasses, Life THRU Glasses. Trey is Trey X Parker, and Stevie is Stevie So Fetch _ Check us out.
All right, we're back. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all break or whatever. Before we get into the realness
Oh, shit.
of the tea,
Come on
I just
out.
have to say some things because there's some things that been going on I just got to say some things because there's been some things going on in New York, and I really don't live, and I really try not to read and read and
Malik.
I'm not one of those girls that don't like somebody because my friend don't like them or something, but there's been a situation going on where one person has been affecting a few people that I know. And I just, I'm not going to read, but I'm just going to make a general statement that beware of users. I think that a lot of people are able to repackage who they are and
sell it.
market it to different people as something else, meaning that I'm friends with Erin and I'll do Erin wrong and, Erin may not read me or make it public, but then I'll repackage what I'm going through or my situation and then I'll present it to Trey and then I'm friends with Trey and then I get whatever I got out of Trey and then I repackage that and then I bring it to Stevie.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people like that in this city as well as in life. And it's just understand that you cannot go around using good people. And I'm going to keep it like that. So make sure that whoever you're around, make sure that they're there and they have the right intentions. And also make sure you use just the power of discernment when you have people in your life, because people are not always there for the right reasons. And like I said, I'm not going to get into it too much, but this person has affected a few people that I love and I care about. And it's really hard for me not to get on Instagram and Twitter and read this person out because I see this person literally in action with a lot of people and she gives the same tea to everybody.
I can't wait to
and it's
find out
I
who this
can't really
is.
call her on her shit because she hasn't done anything to me. This is nobody that y'all know at all.
Oh, okay.
At all.
I was about to say, bitch, who is it?
Y'all don't know her because she's one of the girls that you gotta be in the underworld to know her.
Oh, okay. Well, bitch,
No
make sure I never have an interaction
I'll
with Miss
put y'all the
Thing.
tea when we finish. But
Okay.
just keeping it real cute and just keeping it in general, people will sit up here and play a card.
Yes, they will.
And will literally repackage themselves and sell it the same shit to somebody else. And that's all I'm going to say. And so on that note,
A word from Malik.
okay. So I wanted to kind of center this around. I used to go to group therapy. And it used to be for queer men under 30. And I really wanted to turn this into a therapy session because it's some things that I've been going through. And I think we've all been going through some rough times.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to have the girls come to the table.
Come on out.
And look, Erin's looking at me across the mic.
Listen, it can be cute, short, straight to the point.
And
It's
before
real.
we started recording, he was upstairs saying that he didn't want to talk, but you already knew what it was going to give. So
No
No
shade.
matter how much we go and do
All
something,
of us
we
you
gonna
don't
figure it out.
have to
Touch the girls. There's no shade.
well, you do have to get into it, but it doesn't have to be like a messy thing. But I would like for you to be as forthcoming and as vulnerable as you possibly can without, giving too much away. But y'all know I don't really care, so I'll tell my whole life. But yeah, like I really wanted to do kind of like a therapy. I think him is moving into a new era. And we need to the girls have cut their hairs off, and I think we need to shed some things. And
Shed something.
Shed some things, let it be what it is, and then we're gonna pump. It's a ponderosa.
The Ponderosa girl.
Ponderosa.
Sit down.
A lemon squeeze.
Yeah.
Come on, let me squeeze.
Come on, we're gonna have a ponderosa.
A him Ponderosa. Do I get food or a drink first?
Did you bring it?
I may actually need a drink for this one.
Yeah.
I don't even drink.
So what's been some things or a thing that you've been struggling with, Trey?
I guess I said this a while ago. I'm still learning to be vulnerable. I think for me, there's always going to be a wall up, but I need to learn how to make it not as dense and unpenetrable. I think a lot of things in my own just growing up, I just didn't trust the people that were around me that were kind of supposed to just trust my family. I think those are the people that you're supposed to have your back kind of no matter what. They're supposed to look out for you. And I felt like they weren't having my best interest at heart. No matter how much you would tell them, you're not having my best interest at heart. And so I learned to do the shit by myself. So I think vulnerability is one thing, but also learning to ask for help. I think you guys know that I do 1,000,001 things, and I don't like to ask for help unless it's absolutely necessary. Like it's the last line. Like I got no more options, no more tricks out of the hat to pull. I feel it's something in me that makes me feel like I'm a little bit, I don't want to say weak, but just leaning on someone too much. I have issues with leaning on people because I feel like it becomes a nuisance. Like this bitch is always asking for help. And then I don't want to be that bitch. I've been taught to be independent. I've been taught to do something. If you can do it, then bitch, you need to do it. And so I don't really ask my family for help unless it's absolutely necessary or if we're on the bottom line. But just in general, I think asking for help is necessary. It's not always necessary, but it's needed to grow. I think if I don't ask for help, I can't have some of my goals fulfilled. Sometimes you need somebody else that is in your corner that will have your back to help you see something differently. I think being here with you guys, I mean, sometimes y'all bitches help me.
Girl.
No shade. And sometimes we work against it.
Yeah.
But no, you guys help me to not just in other aspects, but just to see different things. I think that is one way that I'm opening myself up to gaining help again. But that is one, I mean, those are two things. Was that vulnerable enough for you?
Come on
Because you'd be like, I'm having problems with my soap dispenser. And
So I'm gonna be honest.
really know the real problem.
Look,
Shade, like-
I'm gonna be honest. When he told us this time, he was like, "Well, I want us to be vulnerable,
Right.
and no surface level." And I was like, "Oh, bitch, he talking about me. I know I'm gonna have to find something real for him today." But was that good enough for
No
you? No
fake shit, bitch. Yeah, that was.
Bitch, I ain't never fake
I'm just
now.
saying, no
It
fake
be
shit,
real.
bitch.
It
No
be
frou-frou
real.
stuff.
It be real problems. It's just not the deep level problems.
no,
I ain't, that was good for you.
was
Your
it.
deep. That's the thing. Some deep level problems that we talk about help some people. I'm just saying that.
But how can, outside of what you said, like how can we help you get to a place of like vulnerability and letting your guard down? Because I feel like some of my interactions, or I feel like sometimes when I am interacting with you, and I'm not going to be the therapist. I'm just saying,
Bitch, this is
look,
just
yeah,
go
I'm not
ahead.
gonna
How
be
does
the
that make you
therapist.
feel?
I wanted, because I feel like sometimes in our interactions, I do feel that wall, and I feel like you may feel as though people are out to get you, or we're here to harm you. But I don't. For me, I don't think that you have gotten to a place where you're like totally comfortable, and I would really like for you to get to that place.
I think,
regardless of the things that go on in this circle,
No,
because we have our problems.
Yeah, yes. I'm just talking about in general. I think for me, I'm about being comfortable. That deals with a lot of my anxiety in general. I think knowing my friends that have known me for 9-10 years almost, right? So for me, I'm it's easy to be comfortable and vulnerable and not have that wall, because it's 9 years of that wall being torn down.
Right.
I think patience is what's needed with me. I think I know for a fact that I'm a lot to deal with in all aspects, but I know that it's worthwhile in the end. Like, nothing that I ever say or try to do is to be harmful. Right. And so I know that my wall is just a wall of protection. And once once I feel like I'm comfortable and protected, the drawbridge comes down. I don't want to say the floodgates are open, because then that makes me think about like, legs opening.
Come on
so I'm gonna just say the drawbridge came down.
Close that push.
All I
Close
can
your
think,
legs, you know what I really think of when I think of the floodgates opening is God is a woman. When Ariana is in the gladiator, and then the legs come down when the glass ceiling is shattered. I think about how the legs is spread, or also. Sorry how Beyonce opened them doors and the flood walked up. Yeah,
Wait,
I always have pop culture moments happen in my head. I'm sorry.
Stay on task, ma'am.
Hard. But no, that's all I'm saying. I think patience is key. With you guys, definitely. Like, I know I got a wall with y'all, just because I think we met a little less than a year ago. Mm-hmm. And I always have to remind myself, like, they obviously don't know everything about me, every tick, everything, because it's been a year, a little less than a year. So, and I remember like the first day me and Stevie and Erin met physically. That day was that day, and we had like a crazy conversation, just knowing each other through text messages. So, like, I think I'm growing comfortable with you guys. It's gonna take some time. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But
time, girl.
I am growing comfortable. Like, I grow comfortable. I like you guys.
You have no choice, bitch.
Bitch, I am very professional.
I'm just gonna say the contract is signed, ho.
Well, bitch, you know I'm about my contract. So yes, the contract is signed, ho. Yeah. So I gotta get with the program, I guess.
Come on out.
Okay. Moving right along.
Oh, bitch, don't bring that noise over here.
Next?
Don't bring that noise over here.
Moving right
I ain't
along.
ready yet. All right. All right. Fuck it. I think that my confidence has been like at the lowest of lows. I feel like I've always been a really, really confident person. But due to some life situations, my confidence is at the lowest of lows. I have been trying my best to get out of that and be the comfortable, confident Stevie again. But it's very, very hard when I'm just like not finding the answers to the questions that I need, right? I've expressed on the show before, I'm not working right now. I was working at a place for 7 years, and that was my confidence. Bitch, you got a job, girl, you can flow. You can keep this moving, bitch. Right now, your bitch is at the lowest of low, and I don't have a problem saying that. Some girls are like, they don't want to be open. I'm being open because, again, my story can help somebody. I'm just not working right now. And it's very, very hard for me to be like doing things when I ain't got no ing to do things. You understand what I'm saying? And being that I am an outgoing person, this puts me in like a box of this is not me. And now that it's not me, it's very uncomfortable for me. And I'm taking my steps to get out of it, but it's like very, very hard. And I have people who I talk to, Malik, the guys in the, the podcast, we all talk, but it's just like, and that keeps my mind off of where I don't want to go. Because in the beginning, when I wasn't working, I was in such a dark place. Like, bitch, what is going on? You were on your roll, bitch. You were going. Things were flowing for you. What the fuck happened? But I have to remember that life sometimes throws you a curveball.
No shade.
In the mix. This is the biggest curveball I've ever, experienced with stuff for some other things. But this is the main topic. It's just been a hot ass mess. But I've started my own therapy of music, writing in my journal, and keeping my mind off of what I shouldn't be thinking about. Like, cause money is like it, but
Money
it's not
money.
it. It's not it. You know what I'm saying? Of course it's it for you to do what you want to do, but as far as it being the main goal, it's not. And I think, honestly, I'm learning that now. I think God is showing me like, bitch, that's not your ends and ends, bitch, because some people will lose that and be fucked up for good. Like, and then the suicide and everything will take over their mind. Their mental will be fucked up. I've been there. I'm slightly still there, but I'm getting out of there. So I would definitely work on my confidence. I would definitely be more open to people giving me advice, because some people have gone through what I've gone through.
Yeah.
So it's like, bitch, if you hear it from someone else, like, hey, girl, I'm going through the same thing. Like, come over. Let me tell you what works for me. Not to say you're supposed to take everybody's advice, but it's also good to hear someone say, bitch, you're not alone. You understand what I'm saying? That has been a huge problem with people with mental issues as a whole. Like, if they don't hear it from somebody that's been through it, they're like, girl, I want to hear from you. But yeah, confidence. Definitely got to work on that.
I was on Twitter a few weeks ago, and ML, he was on the show with Laquan. That's Laquan's partner. He tweeted something to the extent of people are like, so on Instagram and Twitter, like, people are so into their lives as far as them living in New York, but they don't understand like the things that we go through living here as far as like money. He was like, bitch, I'm jumping the turnstile just to go to therapy, and it's just like those little things. And I think oftentimes like people fantasize and fetishize like the lifestyle of like living in New York, and it comes with its ups and downs, and more so downs than ups at times.
More downs than ups.
And I've said on the episode before that a lot of times my happiness is tethered to how much money I have, and like if my bills are paid, or whatever.
I'm gonna pay this bill this month. No shade.
So I can definitely attest to feeling like that. And I one of the things that some of the girls, well, y'all all know, I have been. Depression is a little sneaky bitch.
Ain't
I'm
she?
gonna say
Yes,
that.
the bitch is.
That little tawdry
I
ass
didn't give
bitch.
that bitch a key to my
I was
house.
just
How she
telling-
get in?
I was just talking about this with
Girl.
my roommate. He's like, how the old ass depression medication commercials with that little black blob was following old girl around.
I think, I know.
And she would be chilling and living her life, you
And
know what
here
I'm
she
saying?
go.
Chilling with her
Pop
man or
up.
going to a picnic with her family. And then the black blob would be like hovering on the periphery. And then it would come up and poke her and be like, I'm still here, bitch.
Uh-huh.
That is and it's so crazy because I used to watch the commercials and be like, that's weird. But swear to God, that's what depression is like. It's like high tide and low tide.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it comes in without you even noticing.
Bitch.
And then before you know it, you're in a slump.
It's like an itch that won't go away.
It's crazy. And it's
Ooh.
like, it's always there.
Yep.
But it comes up and it's like, I'm taking over your head. And then it like recedes a little bit and you're able to like function. It's crazy. It's so, I wish depression was a person so I could beat
No
They
shade.
ass.
We could
Oh
jump
my
that
God.
hoe. We
Like,
could
be
jump that
outside of
hoe.
her
It's no
front door
shade.
Dog,
Every
every
Jump that
fucking
bitch.
day.
It's no
Hard.
shade.
I mean, I let out everything.
But yeah, like I think everybody knows me as like this happy, bubbly person, and I am that. Like, bitch, I'm always down for a key.
Come on out.
Always. But I've been in therapy since November of 2017. And like I always say, I've been in New York for about 3 years, and 2.5 of those years I have been displaced or homeless. And I think that when I was homeless, I suppressed a lot of the things that I was going through during that time just to make it through. A lot of the time I would like bury myself in like books and reading, and like, because reading is an escape for me, and that's like why I read a lot. But when I'm like uber depressed or I'm going through things, I usually like read a lot more than usual. But I buried a lot of things during those times. And now that I'm kind of like out of the storm per se, I've been going through like a lot of those feelings and emotions and just things that I went through have been coming up through like my daily life, through dreams. Bitch, I told y'all I've been sleepwalking. And it's just been a lot. At first, when I was in therapy, I did want to start on medication, but she was like, hey, you're homeless. You're going to go through this stuff. So we're going to like wait, on, to see what's going on. But like I've been, settled in my own place for about 5 to 6 months now. And a lot of those feelings and just, that depression is still lingering and it's around. And I think, a few episodes ago, I had told y'all that I stopped smoking because I was self-medicating, and smoking was it was helping me get through, but now that I don't really rely on smoking weed anymore, it's just like really me confronting my issues like dead on. So I've been depressed a lot, and I've decided to start get on medication, just because I can no longer handle it by myself, and I can no longer, like, just going to therapy isn't enough. I think that I was a little weary with like taking medicine just because it has so many side effects on different people, and just I don't kind of want to be a walking zombie, so to speak. And I've heard a lot of people say that, but I'm willing to kind of try anything, because at this point now it's kind of like rolling over into my relationship, into like my schoolwork, and like just my professional life. And I can't have that. Like I've worked really, really hard to kind of get to this point, and I don't want to like let it slip away. And, I have the podcast, I have school, I have my relationship, and all of these things are really important to me. And I can't really like put those things down. I can't eliminate some of those things. So I have to really learn how to deal with it better, So yeah, that's kind of like what I've been going through. And it's so weird because I talked to my mom the other day, and I don't really know what to call it. I don't want to be dramatic and say that I've been suicidal in the last week or two, but I've definitely been wanting to be out of it. And I don't know how to, like, it's really, I know I'm not trying to kill myself.
Bitch, don't you dare.
No tea. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm not suicidal, but there is this thing of like just wanting to be done with it all, and I don't know what word that is, but that's just what I've been feeling. And I lean on y'all, and I talk to Stevie and Damien a lot. And girl, those are the girls that's going through too. So I thank y'all.
You're welcome.
But a bitch has been underwater, and it's really hard to kind of like find, to get above, like, get my head above water, just because it's so much going on. And I think living in New York is, I hate to keep saying this, but it's so many things like life. You have money, you have like, it's so many things tied to your happiness. And like, also, being happy is like a fleeting emotion anyway. So like, I'm not even going to get on that, but I don't know. Like, that's what I've been dealing with. And I want to be right. And one thing that I'm proud of is that I do a pretty damn good job at assessing my issues. And I think I also do a good job as into like finding ways to like better myself, as far as like, just going to therapy and, seeking the help that I need, just because I know it's really hard to do that when you are depressed and you're like in a shell. But yeah, that's kind of like what I've been going through. And, one thing I will say is like, bitch, I ain't a bitch, and I know I'm going to get through this, but it really has, like, side note, it's those planets that be in the motherfucking retrograde.
Girl, I need her.
That's what it's been too. I'm not gonna get too much into that.
So we got a list.
Yeah,
It's depression and the planet.
Yeah, it's that. It's all of that. But yeah, that hasn't been helping the girl either. So yeah, I'm gonna give it over to Erin, because I'm tired of talking, bitch. Come on out.
Come on, right? Come on out.
I've been struggling with a couple things. I talk about it a lot, but I never stand up for myself, and that manifests in a few different ways. the biggest being that I apologize for everything that I do. Not only like verbal apologies, but like everything that I do. It's like you can feel that I'm like apologetic about it, you know, and I'm always trying to make sure that I'm not offending somebody or, you know, people are walking away from it, you know, feeling like a good way about me, you know, and that infects my actions and what I say to the point where it's like I'm not even doing and saying what I actually really want to do. So recently I freed myself from a toxic friendship and situation, and I thought I'd be happier, but it's really me just going back over and over everything that I did and said and didn't say and didn't do, and regret and leftover anger and forgiveness also, because as I've said before, forgiveness is not about the other person, it's about you, because how else are you going to let go? How else are you going to move on? And it just makes me so mad because I spent so much time making myself smaller and allowing myself to be a doormat, you know, and at the end of all that, still mentally wishing you the best. And I think back and I'm like, well, there are moments where you could have, but then I start thinking about the consequences and like the ways that, you know, it could have became an avalanche and, you know, become this and become that. And, you know, I'm not known for having a temper or, you know, what have you, but I know myself and I know that I don't get angry very often, not like outwardly like angry like to enough to do something, but once that fire is started, it, you know, people say stuff like this, but you know, like it's difficult to contain it once it's like a real thing. And so I don't let myself get to that point, you know. And so when I think back on the things that I could have said or could have done or things that I could say or could do now, it's like, no, because if I start it now, you know, it'll never end. And I'll end up with more regret then than I ever had before. And I apologize so much all the time to everyone. You know, I like preface things with apologies. And then after I say what I want to say, I end it with an apology because I'm always like, man, like I really hope that they walk away from this like wanting to be friends with me still. And it makes me feel weak. So I've been doing this thing where I'm like, hey, don't apologize. Just like say it and just go.
Boom.
And, you know, I fail more often than I succeed, but it's a road, you know, I'm easing on down it. And, I have to hope that it's going to get better. So here I am hoping that it gets better. So
is there anything that we can do to help you get to a better self and just a happier place with that?
Don't let me apologize.
Okay. I feel like I know who you're talking about, and it really takes, you know, look,
Girl.
I'm not a reading girl, but I can be, and I have been.
My card is not expired.
And, you know,
shade.
I'm not going to say much, but it takes being a good friend. Sometimes it means sometimes that you have to like sit back and let your friend go through things, you know, that neither you or that friend can control. And like, if this is the situation that we're talking about, it really took me like a lot to like not say anything, you know? And also like I've just been, you know, my experience in New York, most of the time I've been around people or in places where I wasn't safe, you know, or it just wasn't the best situation. So it took me a lot to not say anything. And then also I think that as someone who kind of started this situation, or like, you know, I asked y'all to come and be a part of this, like I worry about each one of you a lot, you know, and when we go home and when we go to our own individual worlds, like a part of me, like, you know, when you were in that time, it was a lot of stress was coming from me, like worrying about it, you know, about you and your safety and you being okay. And just like what that looked like once you left us, you know? And I know you're probably still working through those things, but going back to what I said at the start of after the break, that person reminds me of like a person that repackages a lot of things to certain people if we're talking about that person. So you cannot, feel some type of way or continue to like, just carry on with that just because that's what that person does and that's their MO, and doesn't really have a foundation or a base to who they are, and that's just really all I'm going to say about that. But like, I don't like to see, you're one of the most beautiful and sweetest personalities that I've ever met. And like, I know the girls give you your flowers all the time, but you are literally a doll.
Yeah.
A doll, and you've been that way since I met you back in Virginia. So don't let anybody dim that light, so yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, but you can continue.
And also I the urge to stand up for myself manifests itself with that anger that I have in bursts of aggression. And it's like a cycle because I choose the wrong moments to stand up for myself, and then I find myself apologizing for having been rude or dismissive or short, and then I'm like, man, am I ever gonna stop apologizing? Am I ever gonna know when to do it correctly? And I am very prone to introspection. I have been since I was a kid, and so I always think back on what I did and what I said in that moment, and I review it and try to see if I can do it better the next time. And I just don't write me off just yet. Hang in there with me. I'm working on it, and don't hesitate to read me out.
Come on out.
And also don't let me apologize when it's not needed, and read me out when I deserve it.
Yeah.
And those two things will be the things that help me the most. So
I'm glad that you said that because, can I say something about what you just said? So I think that sometimes, well, I'm going to just speak for myself. There's some times where I'm not really sure how to bring things to your attention without flaring that anger. Mm-hmm. And because you're not an intimidating person, or to me, like I've known you for a while. So like, I know that you're a very loving person and a very kind person, but I also know some of the things that you've been through being here, and then also just the lifestyle that I've lived while, here. Mm-hmm. So I just always try to keep that in mind. But I'm glad that you said that, just because I think that, like I said, I'm going to speak for myself. There are some times when I hesitate. Or I'm a little apprehensive about bringing certain things to your front door. Mm-hmm. And not in fear, but just I don't want to inflame or just like incite whatever you're already going through. But also like I'm not one of those type of people. Like I don't like to argue, and I don't get into the whole rah-rah thing. So there's some things I'm like, okay, girl, I'm just gonna let her, do her thing, Yeah. But I do want to get in a better place where we're able to have a better work relationship, because I think that, you and I are, that's tea, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like when we may disagree artistically or what have you, opinion wise or whatever, like I want to feel comfortable in our relationship to be able to disagree, if that makes any sense. Yeah. And I think that both of us could meet halfway in that, because I don't think I always present things in the best way. But yeah, like I'm glad that we had that conversation, because that makes me feel happy. And I try to be also just considerate, because we all live totally different lives.
Yeah. No shade.
So
totally.
Yeah. So it's just
this was nice.
Yeah,
I like this. This is cute.
So I'm
very
just gonna
therapeutic.
say that we came back. Well, some of us came back reading some people. I'm just saying, we came back from a two week break.
Oh yeah, we
had
had
things on our chest.
I think I put on social media that no one is above a read, so everyone needs it. It's no shade.
No, I didn't. I try not to read a girl.
We don't try to, but sometimes
I read myself.
Yeah, yeah.
I really do. But I just really wanted to have this conversation because, like I said, as much as we work together, I think that we also need to just understand each other's positions a little better about what we're going through, and we just need to do a check-in every now and again. And that was a cute check-in. So, I think if you want to take it away.
Oh, bitch, it's my turn.
Oh God.
I only get excited for my shit.
All right, we hear you.
It's Jam of the Week time, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Look, let me pull us out. iTunes.
Yes, pull up
Get
Apple
your
Music.
shit.
A lot of new shit has been dropping while we were away.
Oh girl.
Ain't listening to none of it.
Look, I don't ever look at Malik to be listening to
To
nothing
anything.
new.
I gotta put her on sometimes.
Bitch
Like, girl.
it would be 2020. He'll ask me
sorry.
about a damn Ariana Grande album, and I like, bitch, that came out in
Didn't you do that?
2019.
To it.
She take her time. So who do I go first? It's always like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. It's so much fun. I'm gonna go with Stevie.
Why did I just do that?
Were you ready?
No,
I
bitch.
am. I'm always ready.
okay.
So I ain't got to get ready. So my jam of the week. We have Damian in here.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me, bitch.
That was Ariana too. I'm sorry.
Okay. We hurry up. Make sure you cut that off if they chop us. It's so funny because Damian's in the room. He's here while we're recording. And he had brought up a song. I think you know what I'm going to talk about, Damian. I've always been into. Now I know everyone knows her for saying what she said on The View, but I've always been into Raven Symone. She's always been my girl. I know it's okay. The girl's
However problematic
she is. I will say that I'm a fan of her, and I will say that she's problematic as fuck. But I'm talking about the other side. I'm talking about the music. So she had an album called "This Is My Time." I think it came out 2004. That's when That's What Raven was all like a big thing or whatever. And she has a song on the album called "OverLoved." The meaning behind the song is basically her wanting to be overloved. She explains it in the song. She wants to be overloved, overkissed, overtouched. And she just wants a well-rounded relationship with whoever she's interested in. So I think me personally, I could attach to the song because I've always been looking for that. Like someone to overlove me. Be slightly clingy, but not too much. You know what I'm saying? But it cute way of clingy. So yeah, that's my jam of the week. "OverLoved" by Raven Symone.
Erin, what's yours?
My jam of the week is more than one song, but I'm not gonna present it in that way.
Okay.
No. I only say that because it's an EP.
Okay.
It is by a queer black artist by the name of V. It's just V, capital V.
Oh, yes, I love it.
Okay.
And his EP Start Volume 1. It's 4 songs on it, and it is amazing. I was put onto it by XD. He played it when we were hanging out on. Sounds like, who is this? I need to know. And he just cycled through all 4 of the songs, and they're all amazing. So they're all my jam of the week. So please take a listen. The Start Volume 1, it's like the cover of it is like pink and it says Start in the middle. And all 4 songs are really, really, really good. Love them. So they're pop. So take a listen. It's good. Honestly, I've been listening to them over and over again. So they're
Check it out.
The No Shade Era. You can't pick one song.
No, girl. It's all of them. It's
Now,
no shade.
I will say my rules and stipulations have always been one song.
Okay.
But
Don't
in
let her
work
live.
of being here for each other,
Come on out.
we will
Do your
surely
thing. Support your brother.
Support her.
We will
Yeah,
surely
come
make an
on.
exception this one time,
Yeah, no
and this
shade.
one time only, because bitches don't get too many exceptions.
No shade.
But I'll
no
let
shade.
it slide.
Oh, so weak.
Okay. Well, bitch, it's your turn, so go ahead, and it better not be a whole album either.
Oh, no, it's not. I don't really listen to that much music, and it's so weird because I feel like I don't know.
I gotta send you a playlist. Listen to Trey's playlist.
I'm probably not
bitch.
gonna listen to
They be
it.
going.
I don't,
He doesn't.
I
should.
don't really listen to a
Let
lot
me
of
say,
new
I would
music.
send him playlists, and he'll be like, I'd be like, listen to this, and he'd be like,
Girl.
He'll pay me.
okay,
Yeah.
and then
I love you.
will never respond back to me for 3 weeks, and I'd be like, bitch ain't listening, so obviously I'm doing fine.
I literally have 4 people that I listen to, and y'all gonna keep with that.
Ooh, go ahead, girl.
Well, bitch, I just want your song of the week. Can
But
we
yeah,
just, I don't care.
I don't know how to say her name. These new girls got some funny names.
Yeah.
It's Ella Mai.
Ella Mai. Okay.
Ella
Ella
Mai.
Mai. Tripping.
Yes.
Ooh.
Still
Why did I think of
tripping.
that?
Yeah.
Tripping.
She,
okay, that's cute.
I'm not gonna put too much on her, but I think she's gonna be full of hits.
Wait, when you said the song was Trip, the song was
Trip.
Trip. Oh,
you
Trip.
said tripping. I was like,
sorry.
ooh.
It's Trip.
Trip.
See, this is how much I don't know it.
That's all
but
right.
Yeah.
Bitch, it's fine.
She's a hit. She's a hits girl.
She's bringing R&B back.
Every
no shade.
time she puts something out, it's
No
an
shade.
instant hit. So I look forward to her just to see the longevity of her career because she can actually really sing. So yeah, and she's a cute girl. So
Come on out.
She's a cute girl.
Love her.
Oh, it's my turn. My jam of the week is Ariana Grande, Borderline feature Missy Elliott.
Okay.
Okay, so I was telling the boys earlier that I have a whole video treatment already ready for this video. Okay, so I got Hype Williams. I need you to direct it. I need your signature split screen. I need it to be like pink. Like I need Ariana to be in some type of pink, not like Beyonce check on it pink,
Oh my God.
but like a mix between Nicki's and Cassie's boys video.
Okay, I can see where you're
but
going.
in pink. And then Missy, right? You got Missy, but you don't know it's Missy until she turn around. She get it popping for her 30 seconds
Come on
for her
now.
verse.
Come on
And
now.
I need this, like, I have the treatment. So Ariana, call my people. Or
She
my
is
people
not-
call your people because we're going to need to work on this. I need a killer video because the song is popping.
It is.
And
I'll agree with that.
I need it to be a different video from, you did really well with the last two.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not counting The Light Is Coming.
Don't
Because
do
the
that.
light went with that one. But
It grew on me.
I surely do like your video so far, and I need you to keep it going. So call me, and we can get this Hype Williams shit together. But that's my... And, I want to give a shout-out before we go.
Come on
Yeah,
out.
I don't get too many shout-outs, so this has got to be special.
Come on out.
Right? My shout-out is to Thaddeus,
Okay.
a.k.a. Hippie Motherfucking Potter.
Okay, come on out.
I just saw him. He's been doing his thing.
Yeah, he's doing big things, bitch.
And just seeing him being representing for all of us.
Okay.
Let me tell
Thick
you,
girls, come on out.
in American
And talented
Eagle,
as fuck.
and he's so talented.
Mhm.
And I've seen him. He's been covered on Teen Vogue, online on Teen
Vogue.
Vogue, and online on in paper.
Come on out.
I was just immensely just like inspired and proud, and he's just been doing his thing. So that was my quick shout out.
Oh, can I get one really quick?
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead.
bitch.
Shout out
It's
to
really,
girls.
it's really quick because I already spoke to him. Erin, not you, Erin. I'm sorry, Erin. He listens to the show, and I told him that when we came on, I would give him a birthday shout out because he's a really
yeah, it
So
is.
shout out to I guess Azalas.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. I told you I was gonna do this, girl. So happy birthday, and we love you for listening to us. And yeah, there
I
you
know
go.
we family anyway.
We family. Yeah. I love him. Yeah.
forgot.
Shout out to him.
The last thing I want to tell y'all hoes, don't forget Short Story September.
Come on out.
Starting September 1st, I will be, September 1st, even though I believe it's a Saturday, I will be posting a short story every day. Check it out. Y'all hoes need to read anyway, so it's going to be
Y'all
out
read.
there.
Y'all
That's
read
all
all
I'm
the
gonna say.
time.
And
Pick up a
the
book.
last thing, as always, one last thing. Don't forget, bitch, we about to hit a year, and we want to hear from y'all. So make sure you hit that hemline up.
Come on out.
Okay, the number is...
What's the number, bitch?
Bitch,
What's the number?
giving you the number like the Powerballs.
Okay.
Get your pen and paper out, or your phone. Hit your notes and shit. 'Cause
Oh, they
I'm
can
not doing this
rewind.
too often. 518-595-9581. Again, it is 518-595-9581.
Keep it cute.
Okay? And look, know that we do hear these.
Keep. That's what I said. Keep it cute.
So I'm going to just say we hear these.
Yeah.
Come on
and
out.
don't be
And you-
leaving no freaky shit.
And we ain't got time for that.
I mean, you never know, but the freak shit may be popping. So
no.
maybe you can hit the hemline. Maybe you hit a personal hemline.
We don't
Okay.
need no phone.
Okay.
phone
But-
calls like that. No shit.
Make sure you hit us up because we want to hear y'all. We want to. It's about to be our year. We might have y'all on the episode.
Uh-huh.
it's gonna be fun and popping.
Come on in.
Okay, anything else?
Nope.
That's it.
Like always, we will see y'all every motherfucking Wednesday.
Every motherfucking Wednesday.
When we love y'all. See y'all.
Bye,
Yeah.
babies.
Bye.